On tonight's edition of Newswatch 18, elections on campus started today. Stay tuned to find out how you can take part.
ISCORE was held this weekend at Iowa State, and students took the opportunity to discuss racism on campus. We have their reactions coming up.
The men's basketball team had a thrilling victory over third-place rivals Baylor on Saturday. Highlights from the senior night game will be coming up in sports.
Snow over the weekend and possible 60-degree weather this week. Stay tuned for all your cyclone weather and plus all the Iowa State news and sports you could want. You're watching Newswatch 18.
Studio B, this is Newswatch 18.
Milwaukee.
Newswatch 18 starts now.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's edition of Newswatch 18. I'm Kate Hurley.
And I'm Chrissy Amaya. Voting for the 2012-2013 Government of the Student Body at ISU opened this morning, but many students on campus don't know how to vote.
Government of the Student Body elections opened this morning. Andrew Snyder shows you how you can have your voice heard this year.
And of the student body elections are here today and tomorrow. Your chance to vote for your senators and your executive branch is now. This year's presidential candidates explain why it's important to vote.
Well, like any representative government, it's always important to vote in the election because we're for students. We want students to have a say in what their student leaders are doing.
You might think your vote doesn't really matter, but if nobody votes, then you don't have any say over who gets to decide. And everybody pays student fee dollars. And GSB ends up at the end of the year with $1.8 million in student fee.
And it's so important that students get out to vote because we want them to have a say in how their universities run. We're all college students. We all want to experience the best Iowa State, the best of Iowa State.
To vote, simply go to vote.iastate.edu and click on the senators and the executive members you want to represent you next year on campus and submit your ballot online. For ISU TV, I'm Andrew Schneider.
GSB elections end tomorrow night. Check ISU TV's website for election results as soon as they become available.
Tomorrow, the Faculty Senate at Iowa State will meet to vote on the topic of stricter guidelines regarding Dead Week. The new guidelines would include no exams given during Dead Week and no small quizzes that are worth more than 10% of the final grade. All major assignments must also be assigned before Dead Week to ensure enough time allotted for the students to complete them. If passed, all Iowa State faculty will have to include a specific section in their course syllabi stating the definition of Dead Week and its guidelines.
The Iowa State Conference on Race and Ethnicity was held last Friday, and students took the opportunity to discuss recent racist comments on the Iowa State meme website and in the Iowa State Daily.
This is a family because if they do it to any one of us, they can do it to any of us. All right? You heard those saying, today it's me, tomorrow it's going to be you. And it's going to be you the next day and you the next day. Give it time. So the way we do that, we stop it before it really gets started.
A forum was held to discuss how potential racism can be eliminated from campus students. Students met in a group to come up with options. The main focus of the forum was racist posts on the meme page on Facebook, as well as 2 comments in the Just Sayin' section of the Daily last week. Students present stressed that they want Iowa State to be a welcoming place for all who, no matter what their race or ethnicity is.
Some weekend mischief landed 3 ISU students in hot water after they were caught in the act. Surveillance cameras caught pre-business major Evan Johansson, pre-journalism major Charles Cloud, and pre-architecture major John Berry pulling the fire alarm in the large storm. But that was not the only mischief the 3 freshmen were up to. They were also caught by camera breaking out the back of windows on 2 ISU vehicles. All 3 have been charged with felony criminal mischief and simple misdemeanor of disorderly conduct. If found guilty, the 3 will face up to 5 years in prison each and a fine of $7,500.
Ambassador Luis DeBaca, the senior advisor to the Secretary and Director of the State Department's Office to Monitor and Combat Trafficking in Persons, will speak at ISU this Tuesday. DeBaca, an Iowa State alum, was appointed by President Obama in 2009. There are roughly 27 million people who are trafficked around the world. Close to half of those people are children under the age of 18. DeBaca is the leader in evaluating international trends, giving training and technical assistance, and speaking out against ongoing slavery. He will deliver his speech called Fighting Human Trafficking tomorrow at 8 p.m. in the Memorial Sunroom. Well, Stacy, I hear you have the highlights from the ISU Baylor game this weekend.
That's right, Kate, and what an exciting game it was. Stay tuned for all your Cyclone sports coming up right after. To Newswatch 18, I'm Stacy Stecker with your Cyclone Sports Update. The Iowa State men's basketball team upset the 9th-ranked Baylor Bears Saturday night in Hilton Coliseum. The Cyclones came from behind in the second half to win 80-72. It was a close first half. Iowa State tied the game 27-27 with about 3 minutes till half. Baylor's Pierre Jackson responded by scoring 10 points, and the Bears went into the half ahead 37-30. During the second half, the Cyclones continued to close the gap and pulled ahead 62-60. Late in the half, Tyrus McGee hit a three-pointer and made a pair of free throws to move the Cyclones up 71-64 with 59 seconds to go. The Cyclones made 11 of 12 free throws to seal the win against Baylor. Chris Allen and Scott Christopherson were recognized for senior night. Christopherson went out with a bang by draining 23 points to assist the Cyclone win. The Cyclones ended their regular season 12-6 in Big 12 play and 22-9 overall. The Cyclones will face Texas in the Big 12 championships on Thursday, March 8th in Kansas City. This tremendous season for the Iowa State men's basketball led the Cyclones to receive many honors. Head coach Fred Hoiberg earned Big 12 Co-Coach of the Year. It's his second season at Iowa State, and he led the Cyclones to the biggest turnaround in the Big 12. Iowa State's 12 wins is the third best total in school history. Hoiberg shared the honor with Kansas head coach Bill Self. Royce White was also honored by the Big 12 as Newcomer of the Year. White earned an All-Big 12 First Team honor. Scott Christopherson earned Third Team honor. Senior Chris Allen and sophomore Melvin E. Jim took honorable mention. And just announced this afternoon, Cyclone women's team member Nikki Moody was named to the Big 12 All-Freshman team, and Chelsea Poppins was a unanimous selection for the All-Big 12 First Team. The Iowa State women's basketball fell to the number 1 ranked Baylor Bears Saturday in Waco, Texas. The Cyclones were right alongside the Bears going into halftime, and the game was tied 32-32. The Cyclones came into the first half with fire and got ahead of the Bears 40-36. Baylor fought right back by going on a 7-0 run to take the lead 43-40. Iowa State's Chastity Cole tied it up with a three-pointer. The Lady Bears went on an 18-2 run to increase their lead 61-45. The Cyclones weren't able to stop Baylor's Brittany Griner, who posted a career-high 41 points. Iowa State lost 77-53. Anna Prince led Iowa State with 17 points, and Nikki Moody contributed 12. The Cyclones ended their season 18-11 overall and 9-9 in Big 12 play. The Iowa State women will continue on to the Big 12 championship and play Kansas State Thursday, March 8th. Iowa State's Matt Gibson earned the Big 12 championship heavyweight title Saturday in Missouri. Gibson defeated Austin Marsden of Oklahoma State. He nearly pinned him in the championship match but won in an 8-3 decision. Cyclones' Boaz Beard lost a close 5-4 decision against number 1 seed Mike Larson of Missouri. Andrew Sorensen also earned second place. Sorensen lost in a 3-2 decision against Zach Toll of Missouri. Missouri took home the team title, and Iowa State came in fourth. The Cyclones will be taking Gibsick, Bryke Finch, Sorensen, and Beard to the NCAA Championships March 15th through 17th in St. Louis, Missouri. And that's all I have for sports tonight. Did I hear correctly that spring weather is on its way, Zach?
That's right, Stacy. If you love today, you're going to love tomorrow. Stay tuned as I get my forecast. This is Newswatch 18. Welcome back to Newswatch 18. I'm meteorologist Zach Sharp. Tonight we're having some technical difficulties with our graphics machine, but I'm going to do the weather right here. Today we hit a high of 43 this year. It's normal to be 39, so we're slightly above average. Our record was 75, so I don't think we'll beat that. But tomorrow we'll see some warm temperatures, but this weekend we saw some snow. Ames saw 3.5 inches of snow. Des Moines saw 0.2. I believe Ames was the highest setting snowfall here this weekend. Currently it is 41 degrees with a southeast wind of 8 to 12 miles per hour. Those winds will increase throughout tonight. But tomorrow mostly clear throughout the state right now as well. But tonight you can expect mostly clear skies and with a wind of 10 to 20 miles per hour from the south with a low of 33 degrees. Tomorrow it will be warm and beautiful and windy with a south-southwest wind of 16 to 23 miles per hour. But tomorrow we will hit a high of 66 degrees. If we melt some of that snow off, we could even reach a little higher potential, but with that snow keeping us a little cooler. But for your outlook, you can expect clouds to build in on Wednesday with a high of 57. On Thursday, those clouds filter out with a high of 46, as well as 46 degrees on Friday with partly clear skies. And on Saturday, those clouds start to build in with a high of 47, with temperatures for your evening are around the mid to upper 30s, but that's all I got. Kate, back to you.
The ISU News team was on hand at the 46th edition of Kaleido Quiz. Cam McKenzie and Brandon Blue bring us the sights and sounds of this year's event.
Wilson Sign of Ames, Black Market Pizza, Valentino's Grand.
There's only 4.
Yeah, there's 4 filled out.
But I'm done Wednesday, so. We got the workshop.
So it's SCHO.CAT?
How about I freeze Charizard? Let me Are we timed? Just talk to my lay out the game plan? No. Jump over the pole. Jump over the pole. Good boy. Good boy. All right, roll over twice. All right, speak. Woof.
Visit our website for a list of this year's results. Cloudy with a Chance of Chloroform took home this year's first place trophy with more than 7,900 points. Tune in tomorrow night for the interviews with KURE staff. And that's all we have for this edition of Newswatch. Thanks for joining us.
Tune in tomorrow night at 8 for more news, weather, and sports. Have a great night.